What if I were to tell you that everything you've been led to believe about attracting money and prosperity is fundamentally wrong? That it's not about positive thinking, but about a specific form of neural reprogramming? In the next 5 minutes, you will discover the technique that will unlock a new mental plane of abundance. Pay close attention because this is a genuine turning point. Have you ever wondered why, despite all the effort, the visualizations and the positive affirmations, so many people's financial situations remain stagnant? There's a quiet frustration in the hearts of those who try repeatedly but can never seem to break through the invisible barrier separating desire from reality. The truth is, the mind doesn't respond to isolated phrases or random thoughts. It responds to deep patterns rooted in the subconscious. It's like trying to plant a seed in hard, infertile ground. No matter how much you water it, it will not flourish. Joe Dispenza unveiled something that radically alters our understanding of manifestation. It's not enough to wish for something. You must forge a new identity within your mind. The 5-minute technique is the key to breaking the automatic cycle that keeps you repeating the same life, the same problems, and the same limitations. It's as if your mind were a radio stuck on a static-filled station, and in just 5 minutes a day, you could turn the dial and tune directly into the frequency of abundance. Now imagine what would happen if you could truly access that frequency. Imagine feeling in every cell of your being the certainty that money, opportunities, and resources are not scarce, but infinite. Imagine realizing that abundance isn't something external to you, but a natural extension of your own energy. This isn't fantasy, it's science applied to consciousness. And that is precisely what you will uncover here. A process capable of rewiring your mind at such a profound level that results become inevitable. But stay focused, because every piece of this knowledge is like a part of a puzzle. And the final piece, the ultimate revelation, is the most powerful of all, as it will show you how to transform this practice into a permanent key to prosperity in your life. As you listen, I want you to allow yourself to feel. This isn't just an explanation, it's an experience. It's like stepping through an internal portal you never knew existed. And to help this message reach more people who, like you, are tired of living trapped in the same patterns, I ask that you please leave a like and subscribe to the channel right now. This simple gesture not only strengthens our connection, but also opens the way for more content like this to find you at the perfect moment. And there is something even more profound that can accelerate this process. I have prepared special material designed for those who wish to go further and experience tangible results more quickly. It will be available in the first pinned comment of this video. Click it and discover how to take the next step on this journey of mental reprogramming for abundance. Now take a deep breath. From this moment on, every word you hear will not just be information, but transformation. The 5-minute technique is much more than an exercise. It is a call for you to awaken the power that already exists within you, long silenced by old conditioning. And once you access that power, nothing will ever be the same again. Have you ever noticed how the human mind operates like a machine, running on autopilot most of the time? You wake up, repeat the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, make the same decisions, and live virtually the same day as yesterday. This cycle creates an invisible pattern that traps you in a repetitive reality. That's why, even when you want to change, even when you try new things, life still feels stuck. Joe Dispenza explains that the reason for this lies in how the brain records memories and emotions. Every time you think a thought, a neural pathway is activated. The more you repeat that thought, the stronger that pathway becomes. It's like a railroad track. If you always travel on the same track, it's nearly impossible to change direction. Now think about how many tracks you have built throughout your life by repeating beliefs about scarcity, limitation, and failure. They have become fixed routes in your brain, automatically guiding you to the same reality. But here is the fascinating part. The brain can be rewired. It isn't rigid, it's plastic, malleable. And this malleability is the key to abundance. The 5-minute technique is like taking a sledgehammer to the old track, clearing the way to build a new one. In just a few minutes a day, you can forge a new neural pathway capable of connecting you to a frequency of prosperity that already exists, but from which you were disconnected by old conditioning. Now, consider the impact of this on your life. Imagine what it would be like to wake up feeling a lightness, a different kind of energy. How would it feel to open your eyes and, instead of anxiety about bills, feel a quiet confidence that everything is falling into place? This isn't just a mind game. This is the physiological consequence of a real reprogramming. The secret lies in the state of coherence. When you unite thought and emotion in a single direction, the body begins to believe that it is already reality. It's not simply thinking positive, because the brain knows when you are forcing a belief. But when you can genuinely feel that you are already living in abundance, something extraordinary happens. The body does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It responds chemically, releasing neurotransmitters and hormones that align you with this new experience. And here is the practice. Set aside 5 minutes, preferably at a quiet time with no distractions. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. But this is not ordinary breathing. Inhale consciously, drawing the air into your heart center. Exhale slowly, as if you were emptying yourself of every last trace of scarcity and fear. In this state, imagine yourself already living the life you desire, not as something in the distant future, but as happening right now. See, feel, hear, and touch this reality in your mind. And here is the detail that turns this practice into gold. You must not only visualize abundance, but feel the emotion of it. Feel what it's like to be free, to have a light heart, to feel the relief of paid-off debts, the pleasure of seeing opportunities knock on your door, the joy of having more than enough. This emotion is the fuel that engraves the new neural pathway. With each repetition, you are teaching your brain a new way of being. You are training your body to experience abundance before it even manifests physically. And when that happens, you change your vibration. And the universe responds not to what you say, but to what you vibrate. Now you might be asking, but does this actually work? Think about it. Every experience you have ever had began as a combination of thoughts and emotions. Before any achievement, you felt something. Before any failure, there was also a predominant emotion. What you vibrate becomes what you experience. This is the foundation of the law of attraction, explained by science. What if, in just 5 minutes a day, you could start reversing decades of conditioning? What if in 5 minutes, you could plant seeds so powerful that they would inevitably blossom into abundance? This is the invitation Joe Dispenza extends to us. It is not theory. It is practice. But there is something many people forget: persistence. Do not expect to change a lifetime of limiting beliefs in a single day. The 5-minute technique is like watering a plant every day. At first, you see nothing happening. But beneath the soil, the seed is germinating, breaking its shell, growing roots. Then suddenly one day the sprout appears. And once it sprouts, nothing can stop its growth. And if you truly wish to accelerate this process, I recommend you access the special material in the first pinned comment of this video. It will expand your understanding and give you an even more intense practical experience of how to access states of abundance consistently. Click and discover. Now, return to your imagination. What would it be like to live without the fear of loss, without anxiety about the future? How would it feel to experience a confidence so deep that even without seeing the physical result yet, you already feel it is inevitable? This is the shift that occurs when you practice the 5-minute technique. And remember, every time you genuinely commit to this process, you are breaking the mind's automatic cycle. You are interrupting the old script and writing a new one. You are, quite literally, training your brain and body to inhabit a new reality. This is neuroscience applied to the spirit. It is spirituality backed by science. The most powerful part is coming now. Perhaps you have already tried meditations, affirmations, or even visualization techniques. But the difference here is that you won't just imagine. You will teach your body what it feels like to be abundant. And when the body learns, it begins to seek coherence with that feeling. It starts to align your thoughts, decisions, and actions with this new identity. And when the mind and body enter into coherence, the universe responds. This means you won't just attract money. You will attract opportunities, people, paths, and ideas. Everything begins to align because you have changed the center from which your energy emanates. And ultimately, this is true abundance, not just accumulating, but flowing with the certainty that the universe always provides. What's most fascinating is that as you repeat this exercise, something happens on a deep level. You begin to detach from the desperate need for results. You are no longer begging or pleading for prosperity. You start living as if you already have it. And that state is magnetic. The less you need, the more you receive. This is the final piece of the puzzle, the most powerful revelation of all. Because true abundance is not born from wanting, but from being. It's not about chasing after something, but about aligning with the flow that already exists. When you feel that you are already abundant, the universe has no choice but to reflect that back to you. Now, I want you to hold on to this. In just 5 minutes, you can change the course of your life, not because those minutes are magical in themselves, but because they represent the daily choice to be different, to vibrate differently, to live from the inside out. And as you let this truth sink in, remember to strengthen this journey even further by leaving your like and subscribing to the channel. This ensures that more content like this will reach you, feeding your mind and heart with the right fuel to manifest miracles every day. By now, you may have noticed something stirring within you. It could be a sense of renewed hope, a shiver, a strange calmness, or even a warmth spreading through your body. This is no accident. When we speak of reprogramming the mind, we are not talking about pretty ideas, but about real energy that is beginning to awaken. And that awakening is happening in you right now. The 5-minute technique is not a fleeting trick or an empty promise. It is a simple yet profound path to accessing what has always been inside you. How many times have you tried to change your life from the outside in? You looked for courses, sought answers from others, tried to follow ready-made formulas, but you still felt something was missing. The truth is, nothing external can fill an internal void. Only when you change your inner state does the outer world reorganize itself. And that is the beauty of this technique. It gives the power back to you. Think with me. How many doors could open if you started today to vibrate in abundance? How many opportunities might already be knocking, but you can't perceive them because you are still stuck in a pattern of scarcity? It's as if abundance is a song that is always playing, but to hear it, you must tune to the right frequency. And these 5 minutes are the fine tuning that changes everything. Life is made of choices. And right now, before you, there is a clear choice. Continue living on autopilot, repeating the same tracks as yesterday, or stop, breathe, and consciously choose to reprogram your mind. Remember, each time you practice, you are teaching your body a new language. At first, it might feel strange, like learning a new tongue. But the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Until, suddenly, you realize you already think differently, feel differently, and live differently. And when this internal change occurs, the universe responds with signs. You will start to notice coincidences, unexpected encounters, ideas that come from nowhere, situations that seem to align like pieces of a perfect game. That is synchronicity. It is the reflection of your new vibration manifesting in the physical world. It is living proof that you are on the path to abundance. I know that perhaps a part of you still doubts, and that's okay. The rational mind has been trained for years to believe only what it sees. But I want you to allow yourself something different. To believe first, in order to see later. This inversion is the key to manifestation. Because when you feel as if you already have it, you send a clear message to the universe that you already are it. And when you are, you attract. Now imagine the future you can create starting today. Imagine waking up every day with gratitude, with lightness, with the certainty that you are guided by a higher power that is always conspiring in your favor. Imagine not just having money, but living the true freedom of being who you are, without fear, without limitations, without invisible chains holding you back. This is not a distant dream. It is a state available to you right now. But for it to happen, you must take the first step. You must commit to yourself. You must choose to dedicate these 5 minutes every day. And you must open your heart to the transformation. Abundance does not come to those who desperately chase it, but to those who become abundance in their being. And to support you in this process, don't forget to access the special material I left in the first pinned comment. It is a complement that will expand your consciousness even further and accelerate your results. Many people have already transformed their lives through this content, and you can too. Click, discover, and allow yourself to go deeper. Be honest with yourself. Are you ready to change? Are you ready to stop living the same story and start writing a new one? Because what has been revealed here today is not just information. It is a calling. A call for you to awaken, to reconnect with the abundance that is yours by birthright. Life does not wait. Time does not stop. And the longer you postpone, the more you reinforce the old patterns. But when you decide, when you act, when you offer these 5 minutes to your future, everything begins to align. And you will look back and realize that this moment was the watershed. So hold this truth close. You do not need to fight for abundance. You need to become abundance. This is the most powerful revelation of all. It is not about what you do, but about who you are. And you are. Always have been, and always will be abundant. Now is the time to remember, and to help this message reach even more hearts and minds that need to awaken, I ask you to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. This simple act strengthens this current of transformation and ensures that more content like this reaches you. Abundance is already here. It always has been. And from now on, you hold the key to access it every single day.